What's up guys, Silver here with another Halo Master Chief Collection Achievement Guide. This time we're doing part 2 of our Halo 2 Laso walkthrough. So start up this mission, this is Outskirts. We're going to crash land and come into this mission blinking, and then we're going to turn around as soon as we can, and Sergeant John...
Blink if you can.
At the start of the mission, got skulls and terminals. The first skull will be at the start of the mission. Just jump onto this lamp, jump onto this, and down there at the back is the first skull.
You can hear me, Chief.
Shake it off, Marines! Clear the crash site! Go, go, go! Don't make me take off my belt. Hey, mate! Catch! That's the way, Marine. I can't see it.
This one you'll need a level, so just restart the whole mission, start again. There's 2 skulls in this level, checkpoints, and they have to be specific. So the first checkpoint is just here. Jump up on this, jump up on this, head around. You need a crouch jump to get over that. Following this way. Now when you get to the corner of this, you will get another checkpoint when the pelican comes. That's 2. And skipping forward when the pelican's about to leave, there'll be checkpoint 3 right there. Jump down, jump on this, and crouch jump up onto this ledge. Now go to this wire and there'll be a marine down there that you should look at, and that's 4. Head over to this side and we're going to that bridge there. Jump on the ledge, fall down here, that's checkpoint 5. Jump onto that crate and onto the building to the left. That's checkpoint 6. And the skull will be in here, and you'll also have to get checkpoint 7, and there it is. The terminal on this level will be just after you get this warthog. Heading into this building, and it's just there. Checkpoints, and they have to be specific. There are 2 skulls in this level, so just restart the whole mission, start again. This one you'll need to get 7 checkpoints, and they have to be specific. So the first checkpoint is just here. Jump up on.
Blink if you can hear me, Chief.
Shake it off, Marines! Clear the crash site! Go, go, go! Who's with me? Come on! Next time!
This. Head around. You need a crouch jump to get over that. So the first checkpoint is just here. Jump up on this, jump up on this.
Land in France.
Head around. You need a crouch jump to get over that. following this way. Now when you get to the corner of this, you will get another checkpoint when the Pelican. That's 2. And skipping forward when the Pelican's about to leave, there'll be checkpoint 3.
Sergeant, I need you on that
Jump
bird.
down. Jump checkpoint 3, right there.
Ma'am?
Jump. There'll be checkpoint 3.
My Pelicans are going to start airlifting armor and reinforcements into the city. They'll need an escort that isn't afraid of a little hostile ground fire.
Understood. I'll keep an eye on them. Chief, good luck.
Jump down. Jump on this. And crouch jump up onto this ledge. Now go to this wire and there'll be a marine down there that you should look at. Head over to this side. Go onto that bridge there. Jump on the ledge. Fall down here. That's checkpoint 5. Onto that crate and onto the building to the left. That's checkpoint 6. And the skull will be in here, and you also have to get checkpoint 7. And that's checkpoint 6. That's checkpoint 6. And the skull will be in here, and you also have to get checkpoint 6. That's checkpoint.
Of debris behind us, and we could actually exchange for his sniper rifle. So give him your SMG in exchange for the
The
sniper.
message just repeats. Regret. Regret. Regret.
Catchy. Any idea what it means?
Dear humanity, we regret being alien bastards. We regret coming to Earth. And we most definitely...
Blink.
To turn around, actually exchange hand, and Sergeant Johnson will jump down from the pile of debris behind us, and we could actually exchange for his sniper rifle. So give him your SMG in exchange for that sniper. Then we're going to turn around, and you'll see these 3 Marines kind of lined up along the wall, and the one that's furthest away from us is kind of in a corner, so we could corner him with our body and just melee this guy until he dies, and that will give us some shields due to the black eye skull. So
If you can hear me, Chief.
Shake it off, Marines! Clear the crash site. Go, go, go!
Chief, same team! Hey, it's me! Hey, come on! Hey, watch it!
1 overshield from killing this guy, and then we're going to go around the corner, and there's going to be a grunt running towards us, and then he'll run away once he sees us and run in fear, so you can just backsmack him really easily to get... So you'll get 1 overshield from killing this guy, and then we're going to go around the corner, and there's going to be a grunt running towards...
I don't want to kill you.
And then he'll run away once he sees us and run in fear, so you can just backsmack him really easily to get your double overshield. Then we're going to jump on this light here, and then jump up to the left, and over the gap here, and then we're going to jump up on top of this wall, which could be a little difficult for... You need to crouch when you get to the top here, and there's actually an invisible wall right here, so you can't go any further in that direction, and you can kind of use that invisible wall to having trouble just straight up jumping onto the top of the wall. And if you still do have trouble getting on top, you could always grenade jump to give yourself a boost. So throw a grenade at the wall, and then jump as it goes off. It'll explode and propel you even further up. You'll lose some... back easily in a little bit, but just follow this path here, and we would normally jump down here, and then we would jump on top of the railing further back, and we would use that to jump on top of the roof. But some people have trouble with that jump, so we're going to move over here, structure, jump over here, and we're going to jump behind this wing, so you have trouble with that jump. And now we're just going to follow the friendlies on the ground over there. It starts moving up, and then we want to jump to the roof as soon as we get to.
Blink if you can hear me, Chief.
Shake it off, Marines! Clear the crash site. Go, go, go! Everywhere anybody else.
Eyes on! You sure Cortana's not helping you, mate?
Wananchi, sijaribu kupigana na asiyepigana. Pigane nao.
Take your time, I ain't going anywhere.
After that, because it will knock you off. So just jump up to the roof. It's an easy way to get to the rooftop if you have trouble with that jump. And now we're just going to follow this path, jump across the gap here, and then there's going to be a grunt and an elite usually down here. Sometimes the grunt's dead. Looks like that is the case. If the grunt is alive, he would be on that turret, and we would just shoot and kill the grunt with the battle rifle, and then this elite will get on the turret. But we don't have to deal with that grunt this time around. So once the elite is on the turret, you want to jump down right behind him and maybe smack him while he's on the turret. It will get him to get off.
Sergeant, I need you on that bird. My Pelicans are going to start airlifting armor and reinforcements into the city. They'll need an escort that isn't afraid of a little hostile ground fire.
Understood. Keep an eye on them. Chief, good luck.
Seconds before you kill him, because he's going to get angry, he's going to get mad, and pull out his sword. So you want to make sure you're able to get that sword, and you can smack and kill that turret for more health if you need it. We didn't that time, but we want to grab his sword, so we have a sword and sniper now, and again, you want to wait a couple seconds. Won't have want to grab his sword, so we have a sword and sniper now, and again, you want to wait a couple seconds for him to pull out his sword. He gets angry and draws. If you kill him too fast, he won't have the sword for you. But you want to run up the left side of this hallway and then use your sword to lunge at the enemies as they come into view, and you can basically just go right past them and then jump down into the right.
Welcome to the party, sir. Stay out of sight.
Have your sword reticle kind of trained on the left side of the hallway, so that way when the elites come into view, you can immediately sword lunge at them, just slice at them, and you don't really want to worry about killing them. You just want to use that lunge so you can kind of get to them and get past them as quickly as possible. Then we're going to jump down here and go to this side of this vehicle. It's a big bus or something, and you want to just melee this with your sniper, and you want to smack this until it blows up, plus one more after that. So if it takes 10 hits, you want to melees you need. But the smack that actually blows it up will give you 1 shield, which is normal. That's what we come to expect from the Black Eye Skull. But if you hit it one more time really quick, it actually provides you with a 2nd shield. So it's kind of 2 for 1 on these bigger vehicles. Some of them at least, not everyone, but that one at least will give you 2 shields. So make sure you smack it quickly a 2nd time once it blows up. So we're going to use a frag grenade jump right there, kind of on that door frame to get to this higher door frame. Just kind of land here, and then we're going to go over here, kind of to the outside of the map, kind of on that door frame to get to this higher door. 2 shields. So make sure you smack it quickly. Blows up. So we're going to use a least will give you 2 shields. So make sure you smack it quickly. So we're going to use a frag grenade jump right there, kind of on that door frame to get to this higher door frame. Just kind of land here, and then we're going to go over here, kind of to the outside of the map, and then we're going to between this big structure and that kind of pole looking thing. But there's 2 ways we could do this. We could jump on top of this satellite dish looking thing, this low polygon satellite dish that you were never supposed to see, and kind of land in between the big structure and the pole itself. Or you could just kind of run and jump and try to slide up and behind that pole. And you want to crouch every time you do this to kind of pull your legs up and get higher than you would normally. But I just skipped ahead like 30 seconds because I was failing hard there, but we're going to go to a successful jump here, and then you can see we're wedged in between. And the structure we're trying to get on top of. So we're just going to jump at that point to the top here, and now we need to get across this big gap to my right. But don't worry, it's going to be a lot easier than it looks. You might think we have to do some crazy grenade jump to get all the way across to the other side of the big gap here, but it's super easy. I'll show you how to do it. All we have to do is a little bit of magic, a little button glitch where you have to hit all the buttons at once, and then you could just simply levitate. So mash all your buttons while you walk over the edge here, and then you could float. Just kidding, just kidding. You just have to walk. That's all you have to do. There's actual invisible geometry here, so you can just stand here and walk to the other corner here. So just kind of move to the left, walk across here. Of the map actually, and you'll notice that it kind of pushes you towards the edge where you will fall off into that channel. So at the end you can see I just kind of jumped there a little bit because I was walking on a very small there at the end. But at this point you want to look over here. You can see I'm zooming in with my sniper rifle, and this is one of the reasons I have the sniper is so I can look over here, because sometimes there are a bunch of jackal snipers, sometimes there's a bunch of buggers, and sometimes an elite or two. So you want to make sure that you're looking at the area to the left of the building, because that's where the jackals like to hang out, and also you want to make sure you pay attention to the building itself, because sometimes there are some elites and buggers within the building itself. And the reason for that is if you change to the new graphics, you'll actually notice that this whole area is the whole starting section of the mission. So we're back at the section where we spawned in. That's the pile of debris that Johnson spawned in on. That's where we woke up after our crash landing. This is where we totally beat the crap out of that one Marine in the beginning to get those overshields. Lots of good memories. But in the old graphics, since we kind of progressed to the next part of the mission, this whole area just despawned graphics-wise, and it's just a big slab of concrete just to save processing power. But on the new graphics, it still displays the whole environment, but we're kind of on top of it now. So we're just going to move over in this direction at this point, and you want to be wary of that building because sometimes there's a bugger or two. And don't worry when this phantom comes flying at you. He is a friendly phantom. He will not shoot at you or anything. He just... to fly overhead to the edge of the map over there, and he just kind of hovers on the edge and does nothing from here on out. So don't worry about him. But you can see I'm switching to the new graphics again, and this whole starting section, this whole courtyard area where the Jackal snipers set up on the rooftops, and also there's a bunch of buggers and everything that fly in. So that's why there's sometimes some enemies that remain over here, because those are the first initial waves of enemies you fight, and they kind of stay over here sometimes, and they'll be hanging out on top of the rooftops over here, or what was the rooftop section. But I would say most of the time they do despawn, so you don't have to worry about them. But if you do need to deal with them, just a long distance, and you could actually snipe at those Jackal snipers without aggroing them, because you could actually shoot them from far enough away where they don't notice you. But once you get past that opening section, there will be no more potential enemies on the rooftop here, or whatever I'm on at this moment in time. But just follow this path, and if you turn to the right and switch to the new graphics, you can actually see the beach segments. You can see I was doing that a little. But once you get past that opening section, there will be no more potential enemies on the rooftop here, or whatever I'm on at this moment in time. But just follow this path, and if you turn to the right and switch to the new graphics, you can actually see the beach segments. You can see I was doing that a little bit as I was making.
Chief, the carrier just launched a wave of
Direction, and we're skipping the entire beach segment for this mission. So we skipped basically the whole city initially. The whole beach segment is now skippable, and we just have to deal with the tunnel section at the end here now, really. Obviously, I sped that previous section up because we were really just running in a straight line for a while, but we're going to go over here now, and there are some enemies that are actually on this final beach segment. There's a sniper Jackal in the sniper perch over there, so you can see I was looking at him, and he actually noticed me. He usually doesn't. I think the Phantom saw me and kind of alerted the Jackal to my presence, but we're actually going to wait for the Phantom to leave on its own accord. We don't have to go down there just yet. So if you stay up here, I like to go in this general direction because you get a checkpoint usually over here, so that's always good. But
odds. They're inbound on your position.
will leave on its own eventually, so we're just waiting for that to happen. And then at that point, we can take out the Jackal sniper and proceed into the tunnel and get on with that part of the mission. So the Phantom is looking like it's about to leave now, drifting off to the side, so we'll just wait for that to happen. No need to risk any of our overshield or anything. Just wait for it to be a safe distance away before you move in and start fighting that Jackal sniper. So now that that is done, we can move down like we were initially and take out the sniper. Don't worry about the ghosts. They're not going to be in any position to really do us any harm or anything. So just kind of peek around the edge and take out the Jackal sniper with your own sniper. And then we will be able to move in. And there's going to be a couple elites and drop pods that come down pretty much at the base of that Jackal sniper perch. But don't worry, those guys aren't really going to be a threat either. So once we take out the Jackal sniper, which we've done, we can actually go to the edge. There's kind of a whole blasted out section of this tunnel, so we can just drop down to that blocky structure. So once we take out the drop pods that come down, the Jackal sniper, they're not going to... That is done, we can move down like we were initially and take out the sniper. Don't worry about the ghost. they're not going to be in any position to really do us any harm or anything. So just kind of peek around the edge and take out the jackals at the base of kind of a whole blasted out section of this tunnel, so we could just drop down to that blocky structure and then just kind of cut into the right, just wrap around the structure, grab the ghost, and we can make our way to the tunnel section, which we are in now. So you can see your over shields when you're in a third-person point of view like we are now, so you can see and kind of monitor your shields better than if we were on foot, which is a good advantage we have now. So really we have infinite ammo with this ghost, so there's not really a reason to kind of push forward. There are ways and kind of strategies and different paths we could take to speedrun this section, but there's no real value in speedrunning this part of the mission because, again, we have infinite ammo with our ghost. We can just hang back and take out all of these enemies from super far away, slowly and surely. There's no reward for, doing it faster on Lasso. It's not a speedrun challenge. It's just Lasso, so we're just going to be strategic, and when I say strategic, I mean we're going to have our Warthog-friendly AI just rail us in the side and take down a lot of our shields. So I guess that's a tip for you right there. Just kind of be wary of where your Warthog is because he's friendly, but he will sometimes just run into you and take down some shield.
I've been analyzing the Covenant tactical chatter. They're surprised, confused. I don't think they expected us to be here. Not you and me. All of us. Humanity on Earth. Odd, I know, but it does help explain why they came here with such a small fleet.
For you a little bit, but then the jackal, one that covers their entire body, I guess. You know what I mean. But anyway, you can see that I left that elite behind because he's tougher to kill and there's no real reason to engage him. Once you take out most of the enemies, you can kind of skip the remaining enemies and progress to the next part of the tunnel here. So the first thing we're going to take out in this section, in this little group of enemies, is the turret. So just kind of tear kind of hang back far enough away where you're not going to get shot, and it doesn't move or anything, so you can just shoot it until it blows up easy enough. And then we're going to take out the smaller enemies here. And one thing you want to try to do is preserve the vehicles here that you could actually use to get shields. So you can see on the right there's that overturned bus. I'm trying to not shoot that, so I could use it to get shields back if and when I need them. So we're going to take out that elite. He was more of a threat because he was closer to us. This guy, I like to take out this one because there's not that much of a gap between these enemies and the next set of enemies, so I don't feel as safe skipping any remaining enemies here. So I'm just going to take these guys out, and we'll be able to move on to the next section. And I'm actually going to use this bus that's overturned, like I mentioned you can, because just hop out, smack away. I'm going to skip ahead because it takes a little bit of time. You don't need to see me smack the bus repeatedly, but remember to smack it until it blows up, plus one more smack, because you could get shields instead of just the one for some reason on some of these vehicles. So just keep smacking them, plus one once it blows up. And then we're going to go over here. There's going to be some buggers. Don't go over the jump just yet. I know it's tempting to go over the ramp at full speed, but there are some buggers that spawn in and will make it not a good idea if you do. The buggers will kind of fly up from the ground, and then you can start shooting them. There should be 5 of them. Once you take out the first couple buggers, you can actually go up on top of the side of the tunnel over here and kind of make your way down towards the enemies that remain, the 3 remaining buggers, because it's a lot easier to navigate and kind of...
Chief, the carrier just launched a wave of pods. They're inbound on your position. Launched a wave of pods. They're inbound on your position.
Rather than going off that big jump and then there being a bunch of debris and you'd be kind of boxed in over there as well. So by being over here on the side, you can actually back up and retreat if those buggers ever, get closer to you and start shooting at you. So we will be able to more safely be able to take out these buggers. So it looks like they're keeping their distance, which is fine. It's a little annoying. It seems like you're not really doing much damage to them until they, fall over and die. So just keep shooting. Again, we have infinite ammo with the ghost, so no reason to, make it any more dangerous than it needs to be. Run Lasso, for God's sake. So we got one more bugger here. And you can see there's a couple more vehicles right here if you need them for some more shield. And this guy, he's getting a little close, so you can see we could back up, and we could back up even more if we needed to since we're on the side, rather than being down here on the main road. So a few vehicles here, another ghost, so you could grab a fresh one before we head to the next section. And speaking of, before we go to the next section, I'm going to hop out and get some more shields by blowing up these vehicles with my melees. So did that.
Chief, the carrier just launched a wave of pods. They're inbound on your position.
To watch the whole thing, hopped back in our fresh ghost, and we're going to move over here and kill these jackals. There's also a turret that's behind the crate on the right, so watch out for that guy. It's easy to kind of overlook the close, and then he starts shooting you from the side, flanking you because you totally forgot that he's there. So just make sure you take him out. You could easily take him out. You should probably prioritize him first. You can see by just moving to the left side of the road, and we're far enough away, we could shoot him easily, but he will not shoot back at us. So that takes him out easily enough, although it takes a little bit of time. This guy is an elite, so he takes some shots. But we're going to finish off these remaining enemies here. But we're almost done. We have a jackal left, so we took him out easily enough. And then there is one more elite somewhere around here. So here he is, coming out from behind the bus. So once it's down to this last elite, you can really just kind of blaze past him, like so.
Chief, the carrier just launched a wave of pods. They're inbound on your position.
To do anything about it. And watch out for that big blast of the scarab. Don't go anywhere near that. And we're going to go to the left side of this crate because those 2 ghosts are scripted to go to the other side. So by going to the left, we totally avoid those 2 ghosts.
The carrier just launched a wave of pods. They're inbound on your position.
Don't have to deal with them at all. Just keep speeding along. And we're going to start shooting this turret up ahead here. And we'll be able to take that out easily from far away with no risk to our own health.
The carrier just launched a wave of pods. They're inbound on your position.
Going to be an elite up above on the left, and we'll be able to take out that guy as well. He will be a little tougher. He likes to dodge to the right and the left, but he could take a bunch of shots before moving. So you can see he's kind of taking a bunch of shots, then moving. Then we just reposition our gun and take him out slowly by repositioning occasionally. And then we're going to move forward to the left. There's going to be a warthog, friendly warthog, who we're going to team up with.
Chief, the carrier just launched a wave of pods. They're inbound on your position.
to let them actually distract everybody, and I'm just going to leave them, and who knows if they're going to survive or not. So just kind of...
Chief, the carrier just launched a wave of pods. They're inbound on your position.
You rolling in.
draw the attention of the remaining Covenant, and then I just kind of went off the side here into this area.
Chief, the carrier just launched a wave of pods. They're inbound on your position.
Point, I like to blow up this vehicle right here to get some shield back, and we're going to move forward at this point. I skipped ahead there, obviously, because you don't need to see me smacking that repeatedly. We're going to move forward, and there's going to be 3 shadows that are in this tunnel, and we're just going to hang out behind them. There's no real reason we need to go and engage them. We're just going to follow them to the end of the mission, really. And you can see in the middle of this tunnel here, there's a bunch of vehicles over there, so if you need any health or shield, rather, there's a ton of vehicles to blow up by meleeing them, so you should have a full overshield or a full double overshield once we get to the end section here. So at this point, we're just speeding this part up. We're just following these vehicles, these 3 shadows, until 2 of them will stop in the middle of the tunnel. So at that point, we're going to fly along the left side of the tunnel and just go right around them. So,
Chief, the carrier just launched a wave of pods. They're inbound on your position.
The Covenant must be trying to regroup. Don't let them.
are kind of littered around the area, so if for some reason you take a stray bullet or something, you could get your shield back many times over. So you can see the 2 back shadows have stopped moving forward, so we're going to blaze along the left side of them and avoid most of the damage. We're going to take some, but not a lot. But you can see I took a second salvo of bullets because I actually was running away and driving away in a straight line. You want to drive diagonally across the road so you avoid most of the fire, but stupidly for me, I made a bad move and was just kind of driving straight ahead. That caused the bullets.
Chief, the carrier just launched a wave of pods. Chief, the carrier just launched a wave of pods. They're inbound on your position.
Kind of littered around the area, so if for some reason you take a stray bullet or something, you could get your shield back many times over. So you can see the 2 back shadows have stopped moving forward, so we're going to blaze along the left side of them and avoid most of the damage. We're going to take some, but not a lot. But
The carrier just launched a wave of pods. They're inbound on your position.
took a second salvo of bullets because I actually was running away and driving away in a straight line. You want to drive diagonally across the road so you avoid most of the fire, but stupidly for me, I made a bad move and was just kind of driving straight ahead. That caused the bullets to be able to easily track me and hit me, so I have no shield at this point, but you should be able to come out of that with more of a shield than I do now. But then you want to get up on the side of the tunnel, get out of your ghost, and snipe these 2 grunts off the plasma turrets, because those 2 guys will take you out real fast if you don't do so. So we're going to take them out and then hop back in our ghost, and we're going to boost in this direction, follow this path, make your way under the shadow, and you can see that even without having a great shield situation, we were able to get past those enemies and avoid most of the fire. So we'll just make our way to the end of the tunnel. It will trigger the end of the mission. We'll get the post-game.
The carrier just launched a wave of pods. They're inbound on your position. The carrier just...
turrets, because those two guys will take you out just kind of driving straight ahead. That caused the bullets to be able to easily track me and hit me, so I have no shield at this point, but you should be able to come out of that with more of a shield than I do now. But then you want to get up on the side of the tunnel, get out of your ghost, and snipe these two grunts off the plasma turrets, because those two guys will take you out real fast if you don't do so. So we're going to take them out, and then hop back in our ghost, and we're going to boost in this direction, follow this path, make your way under the shadow, and you can see real fast if you don't do so. So we're going to take them out, and then hop back in our ghost, and we're going to boost in this direction.
It blew right through us. 50 cal, rockets, didn't do a thing.
Where's the rest of your platoon?
Wasted, Sarge.
And we will be too, sir, if we don't get the hell out of here.
You hit Marine?
No, sir.
Then listen up. Usually the good Lord works in mysterious ways, but not today. This here is 66 tons of straight up, H-East viewing divine intervention. If God is love, then you can call me Cupid.
What about that scarab?
We've all run the simulations. They're tough, but they ain't invincible. Stay with the Master Chief. He'll know what to do.
Yes, sir, Sergeant.
Thanks for the tank. He never gets me anything.
Oh, I know what the ladies like.